Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Randolph-Macon Academy. And on behalf of the Military School Band Association, welcome to the annual drum major competition. My name is Ed Richards. I'm the bandmaster here at Randolph-Macon Academy. Our drum majors are from 8 different military academies from across the United States, literally from as far away as California, New Mexico, Texas, Missouri, Wisconsin, and all over the East Coast. So they've come a long way for this competition and to work these 2 days under the leadership of Master Chief Mike Bays. There he is, Master Chief Mike Bays. I think he's manning the sound while this is going on. Master Chief Bays is the drum major of the United States Navy Band in Washington, D.C. We have a distinguished panel of judges this evening, and we will start with, we have a cadet judge who is the drum major of the RMA Band who won this competition not last year but 2 years ago, won the gold medal. So it qualifies him to act as a judge. And then we have Chief Warrant Officer Ed Harris from the Marine Military Academy. We have Lieutenant Joel Thiesfeld from the United States Navy Band, who is our conductor for the concert band. And we have Lieutenant Colonel Mike Starling, who is the Commandant of Cadets here at Randolph-Macon Academy. So at this time, we'll begin the competition, and our first competitor is from Army and Navy Academy, Yuki Liu.
From Army and Navy Academy, request permission to enter the drill pad.
Granted. Who are you marching for this evening?
I'm marching for Major General Bertel, the President of Army and Navy Academy, sir. Thank you, sir. Ready, go! Back, parade, rest! Square turns. That's it. Bang! Alton, jump! from Army and Navy Academy requests permission to exit the drill pad. Thank you, sir.
Our next drum major is Diego Lopez from Missouri Military Academy.
Sir, Cadet Sergeant Diego Lopez, drum major of the Missouri Military Academy, is respectfully requesting permission to enter your drill area. Sir.
Granted. Who are you marching for this evening?
Sir, I am marching for Warrant Officer 2, Freddie Lomas, the bandmaster at the Missouri Military Academy.
Very well, carry on.
Thank you, sir. And hunt. S enter S. Ready, hunt! Ready, hunt! Ito at hunt! of the Missouri Military Academy. It's respectfully request permission to exit your drill area, sir.
Granted, carry on.
Thank you, sir. And then, he.
Our next drum major is Sean Lober from Randolph-Macon Academy.
Sir, Cadet Airman Sean Lower from Randolph-Macon Academy, requesting to utilize your drill pad, sir.
Granted, who are you marching for this evening?
Sir, Lieutenant Colonel Mike Starling, Commandant Randolph-Macon Academy, sir.
Carry on.
Thank you, sir. Hey, Lieutenant, hold! Bang, bang, dress center, dress. Ready, run. All right, us. Bang! Attend! Hunt! your drill pad, sir. Thank you, sir. There, at ease.
Our next drum major, Devontae Knight from Missouri Military Academy.
Sir, Cadet Captain Devontae Knight, Band Company at the Missouri Military Academy, respectfully request permission to utilize your drill area, sir.
Brandon, who are you marching for this evening?
Warrant Officer 2, Freddie Lopez.
Carry on.
Thank you, sir. Hey, that's a Just in time, Ken! And, ready, good! Hooray! Good! Square turns. Head up, heads, good! Captain Devontae Knight, Band Company at the Missouri Military Academy, respectfully request permission to exit your drill area, sir. Thank you, sir.
Our next drum major, Barry Sue from Randolph-Macon Academy.
Sir, Cadet Master Sergeant Barry Jew from Randolph-Macon Academy. Request permission to utilize your drill pass, sir.
Commander, who are you marching for tonight?
Sir, I'm Marshal Brigadier General David C. Wesley, the principal of Randolph-Macon Academy, sir.
Carry on.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, Cadet Master Sergeant Barry Jew from Randolph-Macon Academy request permission to act at your drill pass, sir. Thank you, sir. Band, alright, first.
Our next drum major is Gavin McCahey from the United States Coast Guard Academy.
Sir, 3rd Class McGee, United States Coast Guard Academy. Respectfully request permission to come aboard the parade deck, sir.
Brandon, who are you marching for this evening?
Sir, I'm marching forward. AET Chief Petty Officer Buck Owens, United States Coast Guard, retired. Cadet music.
Carry on.
Thank you, sir. Just center, just. Ready, front. Back, parade, rest. Back, attention.
Sir, 3rd class from United States Coast Guard Academy. Respect for permission to show off, sir. Carry on. Thank you, sir.
Our next drum major is Liam Griffin from St. John's Northwestern Military Academy.
Representing St. John's Northwestern Military Academy from the town of Delafield and the great state of Wisconsin. Respectfully requesting permission to utilize your drill area. Sir!
Who are you marching for this evening?
Sir, tonight I am marching for my deceased father, Sergeant Major Craig Griffin, who served honorably in the United States Army as a Green Beret medic for 27 years. Sir!
Very well, Brandon, carry on.
Thank you, sir! Hey, attention, high! Press center, cut! Ready, cut! Parade, pass! Hey, attention, high!
Thank you, sir.
Our next drum major is John Capney from the United States Coast Guard Academy.
Sir, third class cadet candidate, United States Coast Guard Academy, respectfully request permission to come aboard your parade deck, sir.
Brandon, who are you marching for this evening?
Sir, I march for Ob-G the Bear, proud mascot of over 90 years of Coast Guard officer excellence, sir.
Carry on.
Thank you, sir. Ben, attend, hut! Dress, sir, dress! Ben, parade, rest! Ben, attend, hut! Third Class Captain, United States Coast Guard Academy. Respectfully request permission to shove off, sir.
Ready, carry on.
Thank you, sir.
Our next drum major is Don Diego Raines from New Mexico Military Institute.
Sir, Cadet Staff Sergeant Don Diego Raines of the New Mexico Military Institute, requesting permission to utilize your drill pad. Sir!
Brandon, who are you marching for this evening?
Sir, I am marching for Captain Bill Lamb, current bandmaster of the NMMI Regimental Band. Sir!
Very well, carry on.
Hey! Attention! Dress center! Dress! Ready! Front! Hooray! Rest! Alright. Square turns. Same thing. Hand rolls. Hey! Attention! Forward! March! of the New Mexico Military Institute, requesting permission to exit your drill pad, sir.
Ready, carry on.
And at ease.
Our next drum major is Tristan Gavutitz from Hargrave Military Academy.
Sir, Cadet Second Lieutenant Gavulik from Hargrave Military Academy, respectfully requesting permission to enter the parade deck, sir.
Brandon, who are you marching for this evening?
I march for my father, the fallen Master Sergeant Joshua Gavulik of the 75th Ranger Regiment, sir.
Very well, carry on.
Band, attention! Dress, center, dress! Ready, front! Parade, hit! Band, attention!
Second Lieutenant Gavulik from Hargrave Military Academy, respectfully requesting permission to leave the parade deck, sir.
Hey, carry on.
Thank you, sir.
Band, at ease.
Our next drum major is Austin Johnson from Randolph-Macon Academy.
Sir, Cadet Senior Airman Austin Johnson from Randolph-Macon Academy, Front Royal, Virginia, is requesting permission to utilize your drill pad. Sir!
Brandon, who are you marching for this evening?
Sir, I am marching for Technical Sergeant Tina Lang, my mentor and leader of the drill team for Randolph-Macon Academy. Sir!
Very well, carry on.
Thank you, sir! Band, attention, hut! Trust, Senator, trust! Band, hooray, yes! Band, attention, hut!
Sir, Cadet Senior Airman Austin Johnson is requesting permission to exit your drill pad. Sir! Thank you, sir!
Our final contestant this evening is Dylan DeVinny from the Marine Military Academy.
Good evening, sir. I'm Cadet Staff Sergeant DeVinny from the Marine Military Academy. Permission to take the parade deck, sir.
Granted. Who are you marching for this evening?
I'm marching for Cadet Second Lieutenant Amicio Bigway, who has taught me everything I know, and he is the best mentor I've ever had, sir.
Fair enough, fair enough.
And Janssen, who? Press center, yes! Ready, run! Parade, rest! And Janssen, who?
requesting permission to leave the parade deck, sir! Have a good evening, sir!
Ladies and gentlemen, the results of this evening's competition will not be announced until tomorrow when the gold medal is presented at the Military School Band Festival concert, which will be at 2 o'clock here in Melton Memorial Gymnasium. Special thanks tonight to Mr. Mike McCool for recording the entire competition, as he did the concert last night, and will record the concert tomorrow, and they will be posted on the Royal Examiner, which is our local online newspaper, at royalexaminer.com. Also thanks to Ms. Celeste Brooks here at RMA, because she has also filmed this and streamed it onto the Randolph-Macon Academy Facebook page. So you have 2 opportunities to go back and see your performances and see the performances of your peers. At this time, this concludes the ceremony, and in just about 5 minutes, we'll begin taking the group shots for the photos this evening.
I'm here at the Randolph-Macon Academy Gymnasium. We just finished watching this drum major competition, which is really fascinating how to do it. And you are the drum major for the Navy Band, is that correct?
That's correct, right.
And they have this big marching thing. You're the guy up front?
That's correct, yeah.
I know you have a fancier uniform than that now.
Well, this is what the drum majors wear. Almost all the
ceremonial.
Yeah, all the ceremonial drum majors of all the different bands.
Right.
We all have baldricks. We all carry mace. We wear gauntlets. And the thing that I don't have today that people do like is then the bear hat.
Right.
Because we also wear the bear hats on very special ceremonies. Yes.
So what did you think of this event tonight?
I love it. I love it.
So I was curious now. A couple of things happened. Now tell me what, some give different commands. They were using, is it a mace? Is that what it's called? And they were using that differently than others. They all had different.
So each of the different schools have their different branches of the military. So Army, Marines, they represent the Navy, Marine Corps, and we all use different ceremonial type manuals. So the way we would turn a band, while the point of turn and everything, the execution is all correct. The way we signal it might be slightly different.
I know some did a turn and some did a column right turn.
Exactly, and then some schools, because it's the kids, the kids teach the kids, and so over the years, those signals get a little strange, through the years. But so what we try to do is, just as long as they're clear, we let them go ahead with it.
Okay.
Normally what happens is the ball will go up, and that'll signal a forward march. The ferrule is this part of the mace, it's the bottom part of the mace. That'll often, for us, will dictate direction.
Yeah, but I noticed some of them are banging it on the ground. Is that...
Some of them are, because what I've tried to talk to them about a lot this week was when you hear forward march, and it's real loud on the drill field.
Right.
But we try to get the mace signals to be equally strong.
Because you could have 150 men in the band.
We have, in the inaugural parades, we march a 9x9.
Right. So that's still pretty
or
good.
11x9. Sorry, 99 piece.
That's a pretty good size marching band.
That's a substantial
So your
piece.
voice doesn't always carry to
You cannot hear at all. When you're marching down a city and you're in the back 3 rows with the music going, you can't hear anything. So those mace commands have to be as strong as the voice. So that's why you'll hear the maces, those guys are really being emphatic.
I see some have whistles.
There are some bands. There's the Naval Academy band actually uses a whistle. There are very few drum majors that'll use whistles, but it is helpful. You
noisy situation.
Exactly. You can hear it. You can pick it up. The Naval Academy will use it for their dress parades, because they'll have the entire brigade of midshipmen. And I don't know how many the platoons and divisions are out there. I mean, it's thousands of sailors. And so to get the signals all the way across the field, they've always found it, and historically they've used the whistle. So there are a few bands that still use the whistle.
I thought too, is when the drum major goes up, and they turned him down here at the end, and he goes and aligns the columns. I didn't realize that's happens because I was always in the back somewhere. Never.
Yeah. So it's real important. It's real important to get the correct spacing.
Got room for the tuba, right?
Exactly. I was just going to say that if you're too close and you get into those counter marches,
right.
and I am like you in the back too. I'm a tenor player, so I'm the second to the back row.
Right.
So I would have to put my tenor down and get real small,
right.
as small as I
Here
can.
comes the trombone.
Yes, or the big tuba coming around. It'd be difficult. Yeah.
So and then I noticed they're lining them both directions. I've just never seen that done. You know.
So you want to make sure you're in line. So you're lining this way and you're lining this way, so that you're square either way.
So the one thing I was wondering, of course I know this gives commands, but what is he saying to the band when they're in parade rest before they start?
So
I hear some mumbling over there.
So one thing and what we talk to them a lot about is what you see out here, what you see in that performance is only really 30% of a drum major's job, right? Everybody sees the drum major with mace, the bear hat,
sure.
And that's what a drum major does. Well, that's not what a drum major does. So most of what a drum major does, most of what I do is training, is leading people, taking care of people, those kind of things. So a lot of this instruction, what we've done, is them teaching the other drum majors, the band, as it were, their routine. So what do they do in a counter march? How do they left square turn? Like you said, the mace signals are different.
Right.
So they have to instruct and teach
that's
the other
what
drum majors. So what they were doing is as they turn around, I told them to bring them to ceremonial and provide instructions, just to remind them, remember, I'm the left square guy.
Right.
I'm the wheel guy. I'm the left turn guy.
Right. All right. It was nice talking to you,
Absolutely.
Master Chief.
Yeah.
I was in the Air Force, so I get to get on my rank. So
that's okay.
I look at the command, the captains and their commanders, or something. So I get them all mixed up now. Of course, it's only been 50 years, so.
Perfectly
well,
fine.
Good. Appreciate it. The band, Country Current, did a great job last night.
I'm a Country Current junkie.
Yeah, they were really good.
I love the Country Current.
I have a company that manufactures CDs, and I do a lot of recording and things, because I did that in the Air Force Band. And I was telling them that Bill Emerson and Wayne Taylor are customers of ours, and just see
legends.
They are, and they're just fabulous. And so they could only say great things about the
Bill
Navy
Emerson's
band.
getting ready to go in Bluegrass Hall of Fame.
Yes. I heard. I got to think of his name.
Kenny Ray.
I said, you got the perfect name for a country singer.
He's fantastic.
He is very good. And when I went up to him last night, boy, the uniform was wet. You know, they were putting.
They were throwing it down.
They didn't hold anything back.
No, every now and then the bass player has his locker next to mine, so I call him my neighbor. So I went out and talked to my neighbor. But every now and then they'll be practicing, and I'll be walking by in that area, and I'll just quietly stand outside the door. I love them.
Yeah,
I'm a junkie.
Great. That's great. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us. You've done a great job here working with these young men, and we appreciate everything you guys do for us.
Great, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.